So then item 19, the Infrastructure Acceleration Fund expression of interest. Have we got staff for this one? Do we need to find staff for this one?
I can get David. Wait a minute.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. All right, so this is item 19, the Infrastructure Acceleration Fund expression of interest.
They're in a hurry today.
We'll take the report. We'll take the report as read. Are there any comments that staff wanted to make on the report? Do you want to say anything? So Sarah and Mike. Sarah moves, Mike seconds. I did have one question, which was just around the priority of the project. We're putting everything forward just as an expression of interest equally. It wouldn't be appropriate for us to prioritise any one over the other, or there's no way that we would or could do that anyway?
No.
Not really at the stage.
All right, yeah, I mean, noting that it's just an expression of interest,
Yes.
That's fine. That's all right, thank you. So this has been moved and seconded. Are there any further questions? Is there any debate? Aaron.
Yeah, so just a question around if they're all fully funded, what is the, does this deliver the most housing for the money spent?
Well, that's one of the criteria, value for money. These projects we put forward best fit the criteria that have been set. So there are other areas of the city that will provide housing, but they don't have the same infrastructure demands or requirements as what these areas have. So
the answer is yes, based on the level of the infrastructure required.
Right, so it's measurable because there's quite a lot of money involved, and if all of those things, so is that, because I thought the intention of this fund was to be able to get as many houses built in the shorter period of time possible. So does this actually do that, this spend?
Where there is a need for infrastructure, yes.
Right, okay, cool. And will we measure that as we go through?
yeah, well,
Or is this just a one-off by the government that they'll never intend to do it again, so it doesn't really matter what they spend it on?
Not speaking for the government, but obviously we will measure the outcomes that we get from any funds that we receive, yes.
Great, cool, thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions? Jimmy.
I reviewed paragraph 5.14, the infrastructure requirement regarding to submission of the expression of interest, but I didn't see any in relation to the southwest area. They didn't make any the submission or not. What's the rationale?
Yep. So yes, there is nothing in the southwest, and so we looked across the whole city about which areas would best meet the criteria. The southwest is actually already delivering a lot of housing. There isn't any infrastructure constraints in the southwest. We're seeing housing come on stream pretty quickly. So really, these are targeting areas where we see that infrastructure is a constraint to housing, and by providing infrastructure, that will accelerate housing. We can't put forward areas that are already providing housing. That doesn't meet the criteria.
But how about those the right in the park, parking, the routing or traffic management, etc. Whether already considered or not regarding to those infrastructure in the southwest area.
If it's where infrastructure constraints are preventing housing being built. We have the areas we've identified are core infrastructure, which is at the moment constraining housing being built. Yes, there is other infrastructure that we will need in other parts of the city, but if it's not constraining housing, then that doesn't fit the criteria of this fund.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Any further questions? Yanni. So this is item 19?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you able to require any decent urban design or tree protection?
This fund is purely for transport and three waters infrastructure. That's all that the fund will or the criteria the fund will pay for.
So that's outside the scope of this.
Yeah, I mean, remembering that all this is putting forward expressions of interest at this stage as well.
Yeah.
All right, so this has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favour say aye. Against? That's carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now moving back to the